So in my last video, I was trying to explain how you can't get where you come from or where your lineage is from because of a DNA test. You can't do that. The only thing a DNA test can do for you is tell you who you're related to, and it can tell you about your health, right? So I want to further expand on that conversation using the Iceman that they found out in Europe. And they thought that, they thought they was a white guy. He wasn't.
In this video, we will explore the latest findings from Ötzi's DNA analysis, which was published in 2023 in the journal Cell Genomics. This study used advanced techniques to sequence Ötzi's entire genome, which is the complete set of his DNA. The researchers compared Ötzi's genome to those of modern humans in ancient populations, and they were able to reconstruct his origins, his physical features, and his genetic legacy. One of the most surprising results from the study was that Ötzi's ancestors were mostly farmers from present-day Turkey. This means that he belonged to a group of people who migrated from Anatolia to Europe about 8,000 years ago and brought with them agriculture and new technologies. Ötzi's genome showed that he had 92% of his ancestry from these Anatolian farmers and only 8% from other groups such as hunter-gatherers from Western Europe and herders from Eastern Europe. This suggests that Ötzi lived in an isolated community in the Alps where there was little gene flow from other regions. His genetic makeup was very different from most Europeans today who have a more diverse mix of ancestries. Ötzi's closest living relatives are people from Sardinia, an island in the Mediterranean Sea that also has a high proportion of Anatolian farmer ancestry. Another interesting finding from the study was that Ötzi's appearance was not what we expected. Based on his mummified body, we thought that he had light skin and hair. But his DNA revealed that he actually had dark skin and eyes and very little hair on his head.
In a custom-built lab, a team of doctors suits up. Strict precautions are taken.
Okay.
Because this is a very unusual case. The patient has been dead for over 5,000 years. This is Ötzi, the Iceman. One of the oldest and best preserved intact human bodies ever found. 1991. On a 10,000-foot glacier near the border of Austria and Italy, two hikers come across the body of a man, face down in the ice. They have no idea the importance of what they've stumbled upon. Perhaps it's a mountaineer, or even a lost soldier from World War I. But as they pull the remains from the ice, capturing the recovery on video, certain clues point to a different story. A knife made of stone, a shoe made of grass, a quiver of arrows, leather leggings, a copper axe. Carbon dating later reveals that the body and the items found with it have been preserved in the mountain ice for over 5,000 years. Ötzi becomes not only an international sensation, but also a scientific treasure.
He's the oldest human specimen we have that is so complete, so well preserved, with all the scientific disciplines that are intrigued by him, that want answers. He may well be the most studied human being in history.
Now, new technology is yielding more clues, revealing surprising secrets about this mysterious ancient man and the world he lived in. From the strange markings that cover his body to the DNA in his bones. Researchers are trying to use his genetic code to uncover his true origins, to track down his relatives alive even today, and help solve long-standing mysteries about how people lived at the end of the Stone Age.
He provides a window into what life looked like 5,000 years ago in Europe.
So it's kind of like finding the Ark of the Covenant. How important is that? Yeah, it's pretty important.
The clues begin with Ötzi himself. At the time of his death, he was about 45 years old, 5 foot 2 inches tall, weighing about 110 pounds. New research deciphering Ötzi's genetic code reveals he had brown eyes, dark hair, and had both Lyme disease and a predisposition to heart disease. But that's not what killed him on the mountain. At first, it was thought that the Iceman had frozen to death in a storm and been buried in the snow. But a radiologist reviewing his x-rays spotted something strange that had escaped everyone else's notice. An arrowhead lodged deep in the Iceman's shoulder.
The arrowhead was detected in 2001, and then the question was, did the arrowhead kill him or not?
CT or CAT scans of the body, revealing Ötzi's internal anatomy in amazing detail, provided more clues.
We could reconstruct then the area where the arrow entered the body and disrupted a major artery of the left arm. If you're losing so much blood that maybe after 10-15 minutes you're dead. From this, we knew that he was killed by this arrow shot.
Shot and left to die on the mountain. The mystery was deepening.
Take that, Ancestry.com. Austrian researchers have traced Ötzi the Iceman's lineage 5,000 years after his untimely demise and found he has relatives alive today. Found in the Ötztal Alps more than 20 years ago, the new Stone Age mummy, who evidently met a rather grisly end with an arrow in his chest and a caved-in cranium, has yielded fundamental information about Neolithic existence, including health. He had bad teeth, gallstones, and Lyme disease. Diet, einkorn porridge, anybody? And social traits. He was heavily tattooed and had a formal burial. But now, Austrian researchers at Innsbruck Medical University studied the Y chromosome of Ötzi's DNA, which remains unchanged in the male through generations. People with the same unique mutations of the Y chromosome are divided into categories known as haplogroups. Tracing the Iceman's haplogroup through time and geography all the way up to the present, the research team found 19 men who are his direct genetic ancestors, all currently in Europe. As the research continues, Ötzi's family tree will no doubt continue to grow.